Ordinary World is the first lead role for Green Day's Billie Joe Armstrong, which means I might as well rate this film exempt right now. Green Day are absolutely my favourite band in the whole world, and embarrassing enough as it is to admit, Billie Joe Armstrong is pretty much my idol. I'm not sure it actually can be entirely impartial in this review. I mean, Green Day could just release a video of Billie Joe Armstrong farting into a microphone and I'd be like, yep, best movie ever. In Ordinary World, Billie Joe Armstrong plays Perry Miller, an aging and restless punk rocker who has since moved on from that life and has settled down with a wife and kids, which is a role that seems to have been tailor-made for him because he's basically playing a less multi-millionaire version of himself. It opens in 1995 with his band playing a show and on the verge of breaking out, and then it skips to the modern day where things didn't exactly work out. So it's like watching an alternate reality where Dookie came out and then it didn't become the absolute behemoth that it was. That opening memory's in black and white and I was just like, oh, the rest of the film better not be like this. But then the music kicked in and I was just like, yes, I don't even care if there is a rest of the film. Just play this bit on repeat. I'm looking for a drink and I got you on my own. Although the problem with that is that we're expected to believe that Perry hasn't aged a day since 1995, which isn't exactly untrue. This is Billie Joe Armstrong at 44 years old, which isn't exactly Jared Leto levels of holy shit, what the fuck mate, but damn, these guys must have been drinking from the fountain of youth or something. Right, so clearly Billie Joe Armstrong is the main draw of this movie, but how is he in his first starring role? Honestly, not bad. He's had small roles in the past such as This Is 40, Nurse Jackie and Haunted. He's also the only reason that I watched like Sunday Like Rain, but it turns out although the trailer basically made it out like he was a main character, he was in it for about a minute. None of this means that he's able to carry a feature-length film, but he's actually alright. And fair enough, he's not exactly stretching the limits of imagination playing what is essentially an alternate version of himself, but he wasn't distracting or wooden. The supporting cast feel well placed too, especially Fred Armisen and Kevin Corrigan playing his bandmates that are still leading that life. And this movie is chock full of recognisable character actors like Judy Greer, Chris Messina and John Doman, and Madisyn Shipman turns in a good performance as his daughter, and there's a point where she plays an acoustic version of The Replacement's Unsatisfied, which is a song I absolutely love. Speaking of which, in a film that stars Billie Joe Armstrong about an ex-punk, you have to have a good soundtrack. I mean, that's like a legal requirement, and oof, does this one deliver. Billie Joe himself wrote a few songs for the movie, and there's a few songs from the likes of Swimmers and Pavement, but surprisingly, no Green Day. Of the songs written for the movie, The Devil's Kind is exactly my kind of music, and I'm getting such a good Foxborough Hot Tubs vibe off it, and I'm loving it. And the other one is Body Bag, which is kind of like a Beatles slash The Who hybrid, and it's just, it's so good. This movie used to be called, and it was always in production as, Geezer, but then it changed its title to Ordinary World after that song got included in the new Green Day album, so I was kinda a bit wary this was going to be another blatant cash grab, but genuinely, the moment in the movie where the song is played is lovely and it's done well. It's not just another song on the soundtrack, because Billie Joe Armstrong plays it live, and it turns into quite a tender moment between Perry and Judy Greer's character. I'll admit, I wouldn't have watched this if it wasn't for Billie Joe Armstrong starring in it, but I'm glad that I did. It's a surprisingly funny coming of middle age film that I genuinely enjoyed watching. My only real complaint is that it is quite predictable and formulaic, and this film is just like its protagonist. It's full of heart and charm, but ultimately it lacks ambition and it tries to coast by doing the bare minimum. But in saying that, it's still a sweet, touching film that will probably undeservedly go unnoticed. I'm going to give it 4 popcorns. Thanks very much for watching my review of Ordinary World. That is not easy to say with a Glasgow accent. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. You can click right here to see my latest reviews. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.